Good evening, neighbors. So there's a lot of posts that are going around about these smoke detectors. They do have a 10-year lifespan for the detector itself. And it's not just the battery life, but it is the actual smoke detector. So everybody right now that has had their house built within the last 10 years is probably having to replace these throughout the whole house. Currently, this is the model that we have in most of our houses. It does twist off a little. Turn of the smoke detector comes right off, and that's what the base looks like. So if you look at this base, it's got two slip screw holes here, and I'm going to show you how to replace that as well as your smoke detector and which ones to buy. Okay, so here's the brand that I found that is that is closely resembles the one we have in our house. As you can tell, it's the Kitty brand Firex. This is for hardwired, which is what we currently have, and the front battery door, which makes it a little bit easier to change. In this model, if you can see right there, I'll go ahead and read this out loud, I4618AC, and it's got some specifications there. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take that with you to make sure you are getting the correct one. Inside the box are 4 of these. They come already wrapped here. Take the wrapping outside, you can see a battery pull tab for that. And the base is just a little bit different than the base that we have on ours. So as you can see, those screw holes are a little bit different, but they align with the already in place sockets. On the back of this, you can see that there is the 3-prong hardwire slot, and it's got a gasket that fits in this. So when you do put these together, they are a little bit tight. You want to put them together and push with a little bit more strength than what it takes on the old ones to get them off, and that will seal that smoke detector. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what it takes to get them down. Okay, here is the old detector, and there is a little sign on the outside, or it says here how to take it, twist it off, or twist it on. We're gonna go ahead and twist it off, and just a little turn there, and then on the back side of this, you can see that there is a 2-prong or a 2-tabbed plug-in. You're simply going to undo by pinching those 2 tabs together, and this will pop off like that. All right. Now, underneath that is 2 screws that hold that plate on. And what you're going to want to do is just loosen those 2 screws up, maybe a turn and a half, and this whole base will come off. All right. So 1 screw here, and we're going to go just like a turn and a half. 1 here, standard screwdriver or Phillips screwdriver, about a turn and a half, and this whole base turns and slides off, just like that. We're going to go ahead and take the new base, which, as you can see, has slightly enlarged spaces for those screws to go into. They fit in exactly the same spot, and then you turn this to get it to go into that space. There's a couple different locations. So if you're looking at this, if you have the smaller set, which all of our houses should be the same, it should fit into these larger grooves, and it will turn one way or the other. One way is a little bit too tight, and this way it fits normally. After you do that, you grab your screwdriver and tighten those up. Now, when you tighten these, you don't want them too tight. You'll actually crack the base. So you just want to get it to where it's snug. Remember, we're not doing anything with these smoke detectors. They don't need to move unless you're going to paint. And so just making these screws snug will do the trick. As you can tell, that plate isn't moving, but because the smoke detector has this gasket on the other side, it makes it a little bit tough to put in. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make that work. You take this 3-tab here and those 3 prongs there, you can line it up, and you're going to push those tabs on the side all the way in until they snap. You'll hear it beep. That means that it's engaged into the hard wire. And then to put this up here, you're going to give it a little bit of a push and a turn. You can actually hear it sliding to the side. I give it a little tug, make sure that it's not going to come down, and then I just need to pull this. And that's all it takes. So the new smoke detectors go into the same spot as the old smoke detectors. The bases will line up with the current slots that we have in the wall mount features or the ceiling mount features. Okay, one last thing before you start installing your own, make sure that you have a standard Phillips screwdriver and a sturdy ladder, something to stand on while you do this. But also if you do need to change the batteries in this, it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna move this tab out of the way. All you have to do is pull this back and it exposes the battery. That battery right there, you just pull the edge of it out, it'll come right out as a standard 9-volt battery. And that should last you for a while before you'll have to change it. That's how you change out one of these smoke detectors. Good luck. Let me know if you need any help.